Okay, before anyone says anything, I know Vosh already covered this video. Unfortunately, I had to find out that he already covered this video because as I was waiting for the stream to start, Vosh uploaded his segment on it. But I don't give a shit. I'm still covering it anyway, okay? I go out of my way all the time to make sure me and Vosh cover different videos, but sometimes a video comes out and everyone's talking about it, and there's just no way for, or a topic in general, and there's just no way for me and Vosh not to end up talking about the same thing, okay? But I typically go out of my way not to, okay? Because, you know, spread the net, right? You gotta spread the net of the content that lefty streamers, debate bros are covering, okay? But I guess you can already presume what we're covering here, and that is going to be... No, come on. Where is it? There it is. That is going to be Arielle Scarcella, her new video on Elliot Page. Dead naming Elliot Page in the title, by the way. That's yikes right there. Now, Arielle Scarcella has been uploading an interesting combination of videos ever since her right-wing grift began. We've got everything from transphobia, just general anti-left propaganda. I'm pretty sure that's Daisy Cousins, who I believe is an alt-righter and a white nationalist that she's showing a clip of in this video for some reason, and obviously AOC with the Hitler mustache in the thumbnail. Islamophobia. Stop trying to make he-him lesbians happen. Wow, Arielle Scarcella is a shitty lesbian because... he-him lesbians are cis, like female identifying cis women who go by he-him pronouns. Even Buck Angel knows what he-him lesbians are. He-him lesbians don't exist? You're a fucking idiot. You do realize he-him lesbians are literally just lesbians that go by like he-him, just in terms of pronouns. It's been a thing for like half a decade, or not half a decade, half a century. He/him lesbians have been a thing for a long time. Damn, she must not be a very knowledgeable lesbian then. And then of course we have the Coomer bait, which I've certainly never fallen for. Lesbian explores BDSM, flogging, spanking, and more. I'm gonna need a minute to do some stuff. I'll be right back. JK. No, but there's some good thumbnails here, though. I'm not gonna lie. Lesbian MILF spanked me, and I like it. Okay, all right. Arielle Scarcella, listen. All right, I will sub to you, and I will support you if your content was all just this. Okay, if your content was all just this. I'd be none of the transphobia, none of the dumb political shit, all your terrible political takes. Listen, I'd drop a sub, is all I'm saying, okay? That's all I'm saying. You know? Here's her with a big old dildo. All right, let's get right into the video, okay? Coomer Hall is awakening right now.
We did it. We lost another lesbian, guys.
Oh god, this is already very dumb. Please, don't. Let's balance our audio.
We did it. We lost another lesbian, guys. I was filming content for my OnlyFans page. Subscribe if you haven't already. I was filming...
$20 a month? Shit. Money's tight right now. Can't afford it, unfortunately. I've got like literally less than $700 in my savings at the moment. I can't drop $20 on a TERF's OnlyFans. I can't do it. Don't do it, Xander Hall. I'm setting an example for all men right now, okay? I'm setting a good example for all men right now, okay? I will overcome. I will overcome this, okay?
Content for my OnlyFans page, and I got flooded with messages from you guys telling me that the person formerly known as Ellen Page is now going by Elliot Page. They now go by he, they pronouns. They came out as trans. Let's see what's up. Hi friends, I want to share with you that I am trans. My pronouns are he and they, and my name is Elliot. I can't begin to express how remarkable it feels to finally love who I am enough to pursue my authentic self. I love that I am trans, and I love that I am queer, and the more I hold myself close and fully embrace who I am, the more I dream, the more my heart grows, and the more I thrive. Thank you for reading this. All my love, Elliot. My response is basically this. If he is truly trans, good for fucking him.
I wasn't really having any problems with the video except for the we lost another lesbian thing. Up until just now. What is truly trans? Is she talking about like the trans trenders thing? Is that what she's referencing here? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's truly trans. I don't feel like a massive celebrity would generally come out as trans in the scrutiny of literally tens of millions of people. And then if it's like a rash decision, this doesn't generally happen. There's generally a lot on the line when you're under the scrutiny of that many people. You know, your reputation's never gonna come back from it if you come on. Arielle, I know you're really dumb, but I didn't think you were this dumb.
Is still a huge issue at large. And that is, why are we losing all of our lesbians? Why are we not seeing this trend as frequently with gay men? I said this to Elliot on Twitter. Much respect for the Elliot Page for...
All right. Sex and gender, or I should say sexuality and gender, are very complicated, okay? Neither of them are binary. So the problem with attraction is there are a lot of aspects to who and what we are attracted to that aren't really built upon a gender or sex-based line, right? It gets really messy, right? And because of this, when someone's questioning their gender identity, it's very likely they may also start to question their sexual identity. So there's a reason why a lot of trans women, and this is true, Arielle Scarcella seems to be ignoring it, but this is true, a shit ton of trans women identified as gay men before they realized that they were women. Same goes for a lot of trans men. They believed that they were lesbian women before they realized they were men. And sometimes they end up being gay trans men because they were straight before, but usually they end up being straight. Generally, discovering that you aren't straight or believing that you aren't straight comes before questioning your very gender identity. Because when you're questioning your gender identity, you're basically reassessing who you are, how you were raised, how you were born. Oh shit! Drama Alert is in the chat. Keemstar is in YouTube chat right now and says, Xander Hall, dumbest person on this platform. Hey pussy, you want to come on a debate, motherfucker? You ran away last time when I was on Augie's stream. You want to get in here, Keem? Big old drama man? You want to get in? Come on, buddy. You know how to use Discord. I know you're a boomer. He's not going to actually join.
For coming out as trans. I still wonder though, where are all the lesbians going? Two things can be true at once. One, some people are actually trans. Two, some lesbians are internally misogynistic and want to be anything other than a woman. And I stand by that. Now I've made...
This isn't true. Listen, who the fuck goes and identifies as a trans person to try to avoid misogyny? Does she actually believe this? I'm genuinely curious if she actually believes this. Clip Xander Hall getting excited by seeing me in chat. What a irrelevant clown. Okay, Keemstar. All right, dude. Okay, dude. Hold on. Does she actually think that women get less shit or get more shit than trans people? Hold on, here's a post that went a little bit viral on Twitter I saw last night. This is basically the society's overall view of trans people, particularly when it comes to non-binary people too. Just to sort of give you an idea. of the kind of thing that if you're trans, you're gonna have to encounter as a trans person. So let me know if you think most women would want to try to become trans men to avoid dealing with misogyny. Also, yeah, Keem ran away.
I like animal
Silly
dicks.
girl. This don't pass with my 99. I will not.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so that is generally society's outlook on trans people at the moment, outside of particularly woke spaces. So I'm not really seeing a lot of lesbian women taking the step to become trans disingenuously to avoid misogyny or bigotry. Ugh. I think I swallowed a little bit of vape there.
A woman, and I stand by that. Now, I've made at least 2 videos about this topic in the past, but for those of you who haven't seen those videos, I'm gonna give you a little TLDR. There have been studies recently in the last 5 years that followed high school teenagers. One of them showed that biological women are coming out more as anything other than lesbians.
All right, it's not what this graph shows. I've seen this graph before. I know where this website is. You guys don't know, but I do a lot of research off screen. Fuck, what's the name of this this website where it comes from? It's a TERF website. It's like Gender Clinic for what is it? I can't remember what the exact name is. Here, let me check really quick. This chart doesn't say what she thinks it does, though. Why? Let's see. Why are so many females coming out as trans/non-binary? I type like a boomer. Let's see. Where is it? hrc.org, I believe, is the one, isn't it? Is this it? No, this isn't it. Nope. Human Rights Campaign's not it. Gender HQ, you're right. That's the one. Yep, I know this website. It's this one. Found the chart. Found it. I've seen this. I've seen this before. Basically every, you want to know how I know this site's full of shit? Because, for one, if you go to their, like, where's their outline or their, like, viewpoints? Here it is. I've read this page before. It's all turfy shit. It's about how preventing any unnecessary medical treatment of minors and young adults. This isn't a thing that really happens. The transitioning is done under the scrutiny and recommendation of medical professionals. This isn't a thing that generally happens on accident. Also, this graph doesn't even, for one, correlation does not equal causation. Basic understanding of data and just studies, right? On top of that, this isn't even per capita, is it? They haven't labeled the y-axis here. Here we have the x-axis, which is generally where you do time, right? So this is from 2009 to 2016, so an outdated chart nonetheless. And then this is just in full numbers. We've got up to under 1,800 evidence of large increase in females identifying as trans, and it's 1,800. What are you talking about, dude? But yeah, this doesn't show what it's supposed to either. These aren't even lesbians. Like, this doesn't even specify if they're lesbians either.
Another study showed that people that are coming out as transgender are more likely to be accepted and protected among their peers and the educational staff. In the same—
Yes, that's true. And that's a good thing. Believe it or not, well, there's a long way to go. Society is becoming more accepting of trans people. Society is generally getting more progressive. That's why it's called progress. Things get more, society just gets generally more progressive. Who would have thought? It's generally how it goes. So yes, trans people are becoming more accepted. So it makes sense, logically speaking, that, you know, as trans acceptance goes up, people who are suffering from gender dysphoria or who are fighting with their gender identity, trying to figure out who they are going to be more likely to come out because they feel as though they're going to be accepted. Same thing with being gay. Arielle, homophobes made the same argument a couple decades ago, that as gay people become more accepted, if they're depicted on like TV or in movies, then more people who are going to feel like they need to be gay and they're going to come out as gay. This is literally the same argument. That, how old is Arielle Scarcella? She's got to be in her late 20s, right? Ooh, autofills to OnlyFans there. Uh-oh. 34 years old. Yeah, she's 34. When she was a teenager, there were large homophobic figures making these same arguments about gay people when she was a teenager, around the time when she probably would have been discovering that she's a lesbian. Who cares? Why am I arguing this towards her? She's a grifter. We all know this.
Same breath, we are also seeing tons of biological females transition medically and socially, and then later on regretting it. Tons of detransitioners that are biological females. We are not seeing this happen nearly as much with males. And of course...
Nope. Not true. There are like no fucking detransitioners. The amount of detransitioners there actually are is so few that every time one does come out, they end up being a massive anti-trans media figure. Every fucking time. That's how you know it happens. The reason why all these like detransitioner types end up being so famous is because there's so few of them. Any right-wing anti-trans media outlet will just fucking gobble up any example they can get. It's like 0.2% of trans people. Yeah, it's a ridiculous amount. Because who the fuck, also Coomer, who the fuck comes out as trans and transitions if they aren't extremely sure that they're trans? Not many. Not many. And I believe I saw a study that said in the majority of cases where trans people do go back on it and you do have a detransitioner, the reason for them detransitioning isn't that they aren't trans, they don't have gender dysphoria. It's actually due to societal and familial reaction to their identity. They want to go back to being cis, or, back to being cis, so that they can be accepted by their family and general society. It's the treatment that they faced when they transitioned and after they transitioned that makes them walk back on it, not them realizing they made a mistake or something.
Of course, for even questioning where are all the lesbians going, I get called transphobic. Somebody wrote the lesbians are still here. They just don't like you because you're a transphobic piece of shit. All right.
Probably, yeah. I mean, shit. The lesbians aren't going anywhere. Lesbians aren't going extinct. Trust me, there are plenty of lesbians. I promise you, they're still out there. Listen, if it gets to the point where lesbians are going extinct, I will speak out, okay? I will speak out if lesbians start to go extinct. Also, another really good freeze frame. Oh shit, Keemstar, you're still in chat. Are you really this scared? Like, you did this with Vosh too. You came into chat and then you like started shit talking him and he was like, come get on stream. Then you said, oh, message me on Twitter, we'll organize it. And then nothing ever happened from it. Are you this much of a pussy? Come on, dude. Just join the Discord. It's all it takes. You can just join the Discord, join the VC. We can talk it out. I'm curious if you're far right or not. He said, I would rather hear from a trans person on trans issues, not this moron. Well, unfortunately, being trans doesn't make you an expert on being transgender. I like to get my opinions on this topic through research and studies, so,
There. I think my friend Claire on Twitter nailed it, and I want to read her tweet because I think it sums it up perfectly. I find it depressing how many young lesbians now feel that because they do not perform or feel invested in conventional femininity, they can no longer be women. And so they shift from identifying as lesbian women to straight men. Compulsory heterosexuality all over again. To her...
Not a thing. This has been literally... What did he just say? Clipped? What do you do? Keemstar, hold on. Can we laugh at Keemstar really quick? I know this is a video about Arielle Scarcella. I didn't expect Keemstar to come in here and make a joke out of himself, but I think we should all laugh at this together. So, Keemstar joins and says, Xander Hall, dumbest person on this platform. Then I say, come on and debate me, pussy. And he says, clipped Xander Hall getting excited by seeing me in chat. What a irrelevant, so both an and irrelevant spelled wrong. What a irrelevant clown. And then we go down a little bit, and he types in chat again after like 8 minutes and says, I would rather hear from a trans person on trans issues, not this moron. I asked to bring him on to debate again. And then he says, what did he just say? Clipped. Why would you clip this, dude? You've been on the internet to know long enough that this makes you look bad, right? Even your own fans are going to call you a pussy for not coming on and destroying the libtard.
Point. No, we are not saying that we don't think Elliot is actually trans. What we are saying is that there is a huge spike in biological females transitioning medically and socially.
There's also biological females transitioning. What are you talking about? Cis women, dude. There's also been a huge spike in trans women being a thing. You do know that, right? It's on both ends. Just generally, trans people are coming out more because society is getting more accepting of trans people.
The fact that it's mostly about 90% females is a red flag for us. We are saying that yes, obviously, trans men do exist, and yes, obviously, trans men transition to hopefully alleviate.
Is she arguing that 90% of the people coming out as trans are trans men? Is she actually arguing that? Unironically, she's arguing that. What? There's like... Okay, to be fair, there's probably a pretty even balance between trans men and trans women out there. Keem is trying to save Diorio. Yeah, he knows I'm coming to shit on his friends soon. There's like a pretty equal distribution of... Keem, why do you just keep posting clipped in chat? This is so embarrassing, dude. You know this is going to go up as a video, right? Hey, if Keemstar posts clipped one more time, can I legally include his name in the title for views? Can I do that? Just like I can include dunking. I can make like the title "Dunking on Arielle Scarcella" featuring Keemstar molding in chat. That's what I'll make the title. If he posts it one more time, come on, buddy. Yes. All right. Thank you, Keemstar. That is permission right there. You've consented. That's consent. Thank you, Keem. I'm excited to upload this one.
Or cure their gender dysphoria, and it has nothing to do with internalized misogyny. We know that trans people are real and trans people exist. What we are saying is that there are also a lot of...
I can't stop laughing. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hold it in, but this is actually too fucking funny. I want to focus on the video, but Keemstar's acting like a fucking lolcow in chat. I never use the word lolcow, but I feel like this is a case where it's relevant. Oh my god. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'm good. All right, we can continue the video. What was she saying?
Dysphoria, and it has nothing to do with internalized misogyny. We know that trans people are real and trans people exist. What we are saying is that there are also a lot of people that are medically and socially transitioning or just simply identifying as anything other than women because of internalized misogyny. Or because...
This isn't a thing. We've already talked about this. This isn't a thing. This isn't a thing that... Damn, he's just lolcowing it up in chat. Like, Keem, just come on and talk to me. If I'm so irrelevant, why are you watching my stream? Are you a fan? Are you actually a fan of me? Listen, actually, no, Keem. I want you to stick around and I want you to watch my content. You might learn something about politics. Maybe by the end of the stream, you'll be a leftist. You'll be tweeting trans rights. It'll be fantastic.
Because of internal...
Also, no, this isn't a thing that happens. Like we said before, trans people are way less accepted than women are in society, okay? Women, for the most part, they're mostly treated the same as men in society. There's still a shit ton of issues, don't get me wrong, I talk about them all the time. But, like, if we're talking about the grand scheme of things, like, in terms of acceptance, men are basically here, women are, like, here, and trans people are, like, here in terms of societal acceptance. Like, why would you... If you're trying to get away from misogyny and bigotry as like a woman, why would you be like, oh yeah, here's how I'll escape homophobia and misogyny. I'm going to go down to this identity, which is much less accepted by society. That's what I'm going to do. That's that big brain move right there.
Internalized lesbophobia. Oh my god, look at that. TERFs and start cis shaming is trending on Twitter at the moment. And these people that are participating in these trends are wondering...
Why are you... Why are you mad about TERFs trending, by the way? Seems like you maybe feel like this is a derogatory term aimed at you, Arielle, maybe, potentially. And start cis-shaming is actually pretty funny. Yeah, fuck him, dude.
Start cis-shaming is trending on Twitter at the moment. And these people that are participating in these trends are wondering why the rate of LGBT acceptance is down. They are wondering why so many people, I think 73 million people voted for Trump because they're sick of the bullshit. They want
73, well, thankfully not enough for him to win. 73 million people voted for Trump because trans people exist? Arielle, you realize you're a lesbian. You realize that you're one of the, like, by your logic, you're one of the reason that a bunch of people voted for Trump, right? By your logic? That's how it works.
wonder why creators like myself, Blair White, and a few others constantly create content to damage control, because honestly, we are afraid to lose our rights. And
wait, hold on. Oh my god. I'm gonna fucking, this stream's about to become a snuff film. Hold on. We actually haven't looked at Blair White in a while. What kind of content is she making right now? She got absolutely dunked on by everybody a while back. She lost, oh my god. Remember she was over 1 million subs in that drama with, what was her name? I forget what her name was. The bodybuilder lady? What was her name? Janae Marie Kroc. When the Janae Marie Kroc drama happened and she lost, it's gonna take her a while to get back up to that 1 million after that drama. Whew. Oh, no. What kind of content is she making right now? Yeah, just more content shitting on trans people. What she does is not damage control for trans people. That is not what this is. This is not damage control in order to keep your rights. That's not how it works. You don't, for one, nothing that Blair White does in any way progresses trans people in society, okay? All she does is try to paint it as though, like, any trans person that isn't as pretty and passes as well as her must be like a pedophile, a trans trender, or like a crazy SJW or something. She just bullies trans people on the internet. That's literally all she does. And this isn't damage control. It's literally just narcissistically trying to make yourself look better than everybody else, than all the other trans people. If anything, Blair White is setting the rights of trans people back because she is shaping, as such a large figure, shaping society's view of trans people in a negative way. It's not what she's doing.
even more so our sanity at this point, let's be real.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with not feeling like the other girls. And in fact, that's totally normal.
This fucking dude. This dude's the biggest Arielle Scarcella simp I've ever fucking seen, dude. This guy made a video on me, Vosh, and Destiny a while back. Do you guys remember? Hold on. I think his name's Mars? Transbra. Transbra is his name. Bruh Zanderhall. He made this awful video on me. It was embarrassing as fuck. Where is it? Where is it? I'm looking for it right now. It was a while ago. Yeah, this guy simps for Blair White and Arielle Scarcella so hard. It's crazy. And then he refused to debate me about it. Is it still up? He took the video down. He took the video down. No, he didn't. Okay, it's here. It has, oh, wow. Look at that, like to dislike ratio. Yeah, I made a video on us. It was god-awful. Blew it the fuck out. Then it got ratioed to fuck, which, to be fair, much smaller channel. So, you know, people from my audience are probably going to go shit on it, obviously. Okay, dude. This fucking guy.
However, there is something obviously wrong in how many girls are now identifying as non-binary. And let's not forget how many lesbians are now identifying as non-binary and queer. I mean, imagine coming out as a lesbian today. Imagine saying, hey, I'm same-sex attracted. I know it sounds really crazy, but doing that today is really controversial and, in fact, would get you a lot of hate from the LGBT community. We'll get...
Coming out as a lesbian when you're a cis woman would get you a lot of hate from the LGBT community because you didn't just come out as, like, queer non-binary. What the fuck are you talking about? What? Also, this man needs to shave his neck beard. I'm sorry. This guy's got an unironic neck beard going on. I'm going to hit you guys the hot take, okay? Once the hair starts to go down, like, past this point, you need to shave. All right? I actually need to shave right now. I got a little bit of stubble going on down here. You got to shave once it starts going down beyond this point, okay? I'm going to be completely honest with you. Why are you growing a neck beard right now? Why are you doing that? Why would you do that to me?
Gets me about celebrities such as Elliot Page, formerly known as Ellen Page, isn't that they're coming out as non-binary, but that there is definitely a trend that we're seeing here, right? A lot of girls are identifying as non-binary. Why is that? Why is it controversial to say that? A lot of girls who
You realize there's non-binary, like, femme non-binary people that are lesbians, right? What does that change? Like, I think, here, I know one of them, and despite my disagreements with them, I mean, they exist, and I know they identify as a lesbian. I'm scrolling down. I'm not seeing anything. Here, look. This is Liability Lefty. They are, a little woke scoldy, but, you know, it is what it is. I still like them. Femme, non-binary, lesbian, right here. What does this change? How does this hurt you in any way? How does this person existing hurt you in any way? Are you upset that there's no more? Do you think there's gonna be no more lesbians out there that you're into? There will be. There are. You can still get laid, Arielle Scarcella. You're not going to run out of lesbians to have sex with, Arielle. I promise you. I promise you. They're not going anywhere. There will always be lesbians. It's fine. Relax. They're not going anywhere.
who happen to be lesbians would rather opt out of calling themselves a lesbian and call themselves queer, which is really just for the inclusion of other people. So why is it so bad and so wrong to say that you're a woman? Why is it so bad and wrong to say that you're a lesbian today?
No one believes this. Literally nobody. Except for me, women do suck. Pepe la. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no one believes this. No one is, like, getting mad. Well, to be fair, conservatives do hate women and they do hate gay people. So, I'll correct that. Nobody on the left is getting mad about women coming out as lesbians, okay? It's not happening.
I also find this kind of funny that this is happening a few days after the major court case in London with Keira Bell. For those who don't know, Keira Bell, the case is about gender nonconforming youth in the UK. TLDR, again, Keira Bell is a gender nonconforming lesbian who was put on testosterone because she thought she was...
All right, let's look into this story. I assume if a TERF's talking about it. Hold on. Let's see. So, this is the story from BBC, aka Big Black Cock News, okay? NHS gender clinic should have challenged me more over transition. A 23-year-old woman who is taking legal action against NHS gender clinic says she should have been challenged more by medical staff over her decision to transition to a male as a teenager. A judge gave the go-ahead for a full hearing of the case against the Tavistock and Portman NHS Trust. Lawyers will argue children cannot give informed consent to treatment delaying puberty or helping them in transition. So, here's my take when it comes to transitioning, like, teens. More context in the ruling. Puberty blockers ruling curbing trans rights or a victory for common sense. Highly anticipated judgment on Tuesday included children under 16 are unlikely to be mature enough to give informed consent. Landmark High Court focused on a spotlight on the gender identity. Highly anticipated judgment on Tuesday. Wales. So this has only happened once, apparently. This is a one-time thing. Bell, a former patient, argued she had been too young to consent to the medical treatment overseen by the GIDS when given her female-to-male transition as a teenager. In a 36-page ruling, the court concluded that children under the age of 16 considering gender reassignment are unlikely to be mature enough to give informed consent to be prescribed puberty-blocking drugs, in effect curtailing medical intervention for under 16s with gender dysphoria. So, here's the problem with this, okay? Hold on, I can do a paint stream. I can finally use my my drawing tablet I just got for something that isn't drawing flying dicks on Photoshop, okay? Here we go. I will demonstrate this all to you right now. I need like me with a Bob Ross wig on for an emote with like an easel and palette. I need that. Hold on a second, chat. Ooh. White. All right. Let me explain how this works to you all, okay? And this is why puberty blockers are important. Let's meme it up here. So, I want you to imagine right now. I cannot draw a straight line. Sorry. Imagine this is a line, okay? This is a line. Now, I want you to imagine here on top, you've got male traits. And on the bottom, you got female traits, or things society generally associates with male and female traits, right? Like masculine things and feminine things, you know, generally like your muscles, bone density, face structure, long hair, things like that, okay? Now, we're going to imagine a little bit of like a chart here, right? We're going to draw a line here, and this will be our x-axis. Actually, nah, hold on. Give me a second, chat. This is what we're going to do. For color, we're going to pick... what color should we do? For like time, we'll make the time green, okay? Time, I always imagined if time was a color, it would be green. Am I the only one that does that? All right, so we're gonna fucking cocksucker. There we go. All right, this will be time. All right, and then we're gonna draw a line for femininity and masculinity. Okay. So up here, we're gonna have the masculinity line. Boom. That's masculine. That's where masculinity is. Like if you're up here, you're like a fucking Chad, okay? And if you're down here, you're probably kind of a femboy, little androd. Right here is the androgyny area, okay? And then we're going to switch over to pink for the feminine line, all right? This is the important thing, all right? Here we go. This explains it all very well, all right? You're not going to find a better education than this anywhere else. Or the feminine line, I apologize. All right? So, let's say this is like this line represents the ages of 0 to 25, okay? On the bottom right corner here, this is like when you're around 25 years old. That's what we're going to do here, okay? I'm actually going to zoom this out a bit so you can see it a bit better. There we go. I want you to imagine that this is like the end. At the end here, you're like 25 years old. Now, if you're the average person, we'll go with red for the line here. If you're the average person, no matter who you are, what your sex or gender is, it doesn't matter. For like the first, let's say, 8 years of your life, we'll say, you're basically up to here. You're basically androgynous, right? That's typically the case, right? You're generally very androgynous. Have you ever seen like a little kid and you couldn't tell like if they were a boy or a girl, like a young kid? It's because it's not until you start to enter puberty that you start developing like male or female characteristics. This is generally how it goes, right? Now, most trans people start to realize there's something up with their gender identity at a pretty young age. We'll say 8's like a pretty reasonable area for you to start to realize, like, maybe I'm not the gender that I'm supposed to be. Like, maybe I'm actually a boy, or maybe I'm actually a girl. Like, I don't know. I kind of feel a little weird, right? So here's what can happen. right? And this is like the worst case scenario for you if you're trans, right? It took me until I was 17. Yeah, it's not always like around 8. It can take you a long time to figure it out. But many trans people knew when they were really young. Let's say we're talking about a trans woman here, because typically trans women tend to be the center of the discussion. Let's talk about trans women, right? So let's say you hit puberty around 10, right? It's typically when people start to get into puberty. So you hit puberty around 8, 10, whatever. Oh my God, that's so annoying. Chat, is there any way to turn that off where if I hold down the thing for too long, it doesn't do that little circle fucking do that? Maybe if I hold down this button? Okay. So let's say you start to slowly, oh, come on. You start to slowly get up there. But then around like 20 or something, you realize, oh shit, I'm trans. Or you decide to fully like pursue it. And so you start taking hormones, you start socially transitioning. You're starting here at that point, which means you got to take hormones and I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself. You have to start taking hormones and work to even get down to here and to get down to here, right? That sucks a massive cock. That fucking sucks. And you could get all the way down here. You can get to be the biggest Stacy in the world, but it's really fucking tough. It's a lot harder than, as an alternative, perhaps... What? Oh, it's Control Z. What? Fuck off. Well, shit. I don't know how to backspace on this. Oh, there we go. Can I backspace more? No, I can't. How do you backspace more? Control Alt Z? That didn't work. It's not working. I can't go back anymore. Yeah, no, that just opens that and it doesn't do anything. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. Shut up. Doesn't work. Or edit undo. Yeah, maybe edit undo works. Yeah, that's not a thing. Redo brush tool. Doesn't work. Undo, undo, nothing. I have nothing here. At the top, I'm going to start banning people. Image mode, edit, oh, image mode, trim, duplicate, layer, type, select, filter. 3D. Okay, fuck it. Fuck it. We'll do it live. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to switch to a different color now. We're going to switch to the version where the trans person gets access to hormones when they're young, okay? We're switching to that version now. It doesn't matter. So let's say we got the same person, or hormone blockers, I should say. I'm going to kill myself. You got the same person, and they're around the same age. They realize, oh shit, I have gender dysphoria. They see a medical professional. They get help and all that. They talk to therapists, psychologists, things like that. They talk to some medical professionals, right? And those medical professionals are like, okay, let's go ahead and put you on puberty blockers, which, by the way, are reversible, to sort of keep you around this area until you're old enough to be able to make the decision to go all in on transitioning, right? That's the basic idea. Puberty blockers are a thing that is reversible. You just get off of them and you go back to where you would have been. That you can be put on in the meantime until you're old enough for it to be much safer for you to transition and there not be any potential downsides to it, right? And it gives you time to think it out and make sure it's what you want to do. And then, whenever the time comes, since you didn't really go through puberty, you didn't develop any of these masculine traits that you would have otherwise if you hadn't gone on hormone blockers, then you can just start taking female hormones and go, woo, go through female puberty. And it's way easier for you to get down there instead of having to work your way down to here from there. It's way, way easier. This is basically the idea behind hormone blockers. This seems to be backed up overwhelmingly by the data, the scientific community, all these things. But, I mean, logically speaking, at some point, there had to be somebody where it didn't work out, where some person working at some medical clinic was a little too overzealous to prescribe. It seems like he was given hormones instead of hormone blockers. What should have happened is he should have been put on hormone blockers so that he had time to work through it. That was what was really done wrong here in this scenario, or she in this scenario with the person we're talking about here. But yeah, no, this is like a one-time thing. They even said in the article it was like a one-off, first time this has ever happened thing. And this clinic and this whole process has been going on for decades. So it fucking up once in one country doesn't exactly seem like we need to completely reevaluate how we do things on this. It doesn't really seem to be the case.
Transgender at just 16 years old, later on regretting it. In fact, statistics show that 75% of people grow out of gender dysphoria by the age of 20.
I know what study she's referring to here, and I know why it's wrong. This is a study from a TERF website that was about rapid onset gender dysphoria. This study has been ripped apart by the scientific community. This study has been absolutely crucified by the scientific community to an unbelievable extent. Basically, the things wrong with the study that she's citing right now is that, for one, they didn't interview or study the, or survey, I should say, the kids going through, like, that had gender dysphoria. They went to the parents. They asked the parents. That's all. That's literally. They didn't ask. They asked the parents, and they found that the vast majority. It's been found the vast majority of the. Oh, and I forgot, the way they collected the data was also bad. It was an online survey that you just had to sign up, like just log into a website, and then you could sign the survey. It wasn't like they went to people and then they asked the parents in person or something like that, and had at least like a little bit of like a little bit of science behind it. It was literally just an online survey surveying parents about their kids. I want you to imagine how untrustworthy data that is collected in that manner is. A lot of people could have lied. A lot of people, yeah, it's basically as reputable as a Twitter poll. Basically. Yeah, and the survey was on a, like, notorious TERF website. Like, a website for, like, really TERFy moms. It was like a mom website.
This is probably because people don't reach full brain development until the age of around 25. Kira went to court in London this October to fight for gender non-conforming youth against the system.
That is true. You don't really reach full brain development until the age of 25. That's why I think Vosh wanted the age of consent raised to 25 or something. But I think most people know what their gender identity is by 25. Not always, but like the vast majority of people by 25 years old probably know what their gender identity is. They have an inkling that, you know, probably that maybe they know what their gender identity is. Hey, Vermin. Oh, did you see Keemstar was in chat earlier just fucking losing his shit? It was fucking hilarious. I wish you were here, Vermin. It was really funny.
Currently put in place over in the UK that medicalizes gender nonconformity. She actually isn't looking for compensation either. She just wants to protect people like herself in the future. To quote my friend Julia's article, medical malpractice has been committed on a global scale because no one will challenge the foundational lie that this, being trans, is in fact a biological condition.
This hasn't happened. There's no medical malpractice happening on a global scale. You have like 5 entire stories to point to of this. And in all of them, it was because of some neglectful healthcare worker at a clinic. If they follow the science and how the procedure is supposed to be done, nothing is generally going to go wrong. Sometimes you run into a shitty doctor. I've run into shitty doctors before for just stuff completely unrelated. Like, sometimes you go to a doctor and they misdiagnose you. Sometimes they fuck up your prescription. Oh, anybody dealing with anything involving mental health? Oh my God. Doctors aren't actual gods. You realize that people, like, especially when it comes to things like with mental health and whatnot, doctors fuck up all the time, or they have to engage in experimentation because sometimes certain doses, certain medications don't work for you. Sometimes you need a higher dose or a smaller dose, so they generally go through trial and error with you to see what works for you. Doctors aren't like these robots that scan your body with their eyes and then know exactly what's wrong with you. They are subject to fucking up. That doesn't mean that the entire field of medicine and science is bunk. That's not how it works. 25 is supposedly when the brain is fully developed. I only got actually comfy with my gender and what I am this year. It's a lifelong process sometimes. Exactly, Vermin. You're completely right.
And I agree with that. There is a huge difference between being, you know, biologically transgender, having a medical condition, a brain body mix-up, whatever you want to call it, versus simply being gender non-conforming, being actually gay, lesbian, bisexual, being a tomboy.
Or non-binary.
Being a drag queen, being a more feminine man, being a more masculine woman. These things don't make somebody transgender. It is that.
No one is saying that. Literally nobody is saying being gender non-conforming, like a tomboy or a femboy or a drag queen or blah, 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 or gay or whatever makes you trans. Nobody's saying that. Literally nobody with any significant platform or any research that they've done into this field is saying that. Maybe some dumb fucks on Twitter are saying it. There are a lot of dumb fucks on Twitter saying a lot of dumb fuck things. But that doesn't mean you need to start a whole narrative about how trans people bad.
Simple. I spoke my piece. Let me know what you guys think. We're continuing this conversation over on slug.com/Arielle. Go and sign up. It is a completely free website. I just love it because it makes it easier for us to talk about more controversial topics. Let me know what you think. Do you think more people are coming out as trans because it's popular, because they don't want to be women? Or do you think...
They're more people who have gender dysphoria are coming out as trans more because society's getting a little bit more accepting of them.
I think that actually being transgender and having gender dysphoria is way more common than we originally thought.
Yes.
Let me know in the comments and over on my slug.com page. Other than that, I will see you guys back here in a few days with a brand new video. Until then, I love you. Love yourselves. Bye.
Okay. Listen, chat, I need someone to donate $20 so I can sub to our OnlyFans, okay? Yeah, listen. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do it, I promise. I won't do it. I will not. I will set an example for all women-attracted people in the chat right now. I will not do it, okay? I will not. I will be strong, okay? The last thing I'll ever do is sub to a TERF's OnlyFans, okay? Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, that was a terrible video.